Hello students, today I am starting a chapter straight lines which is chapter 10 in your class 11th. Today I will discuss some basic formulas and I will try to solve some example questions from your textbook NCERT. Okay, first basic formula that comes in coordinate system is the distance between 2 points in coordinate system. Suppose these two are the points. First point is called axis, second part is called ordinate. Okay, so suppose this is first point, second point. So what is the distance between these two is given as d is equal to x1 minus x2 square, this x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square, this minus this square under root. So this is the distance formula. Okay, one more thing I wanted to tell you that the same formula you can use other way around also. Means suppose you forgot which one to take first, you can take x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. That will also give you same answer. So x2 minus x1 square, y2 minus y1 square. You will get the distance again. Okay, one more thing, some students think, can we take this as second point x2 y2 and this is x1 y1? Yes guys, that is also possible. Even then you can find out the distance. So distance between between these 2 points will be now x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Even then you will get same answer. Okay, so either you use x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square under root, or you use x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square under root. It gives the same answer. Second basic formula that you should know is the segment formula. Suppose there is one line given joining x1 y1 and x2 y2. We are interested to find out a point x comma y in such a way, this is line AB, in such a way that it is dividing the line in the ratio of m1 and m2. This part is m1 and this part is m2, like 2:5 or 5:2, 7:8 or whatever. So guys, x is given as m1 x2, we take ulta, m1 x2 plus m2 this side wala ratio m2 x1 by m1 plus m2, and y is given as the y part. I'm talking about the coordinate of this point which is dividing this line into m1 and m2 ratio. So y will be m1 y2, similar to that, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. Okay, so this was the formula for division. Okay, if any point is dividing exactly at the midpoint, third formula, suppose you are given 2 points x1 y1 x2 y2 and you have to find the coordinates of the midpoint. Okay, what I am talking about, midpoint, exactly in the center. Then the formula is pretty simple. X will be average of these two, x1 plus x2 by 2, and y will be y1 plus y2 by 2. So this is third formula that you should know. Now let me do fourth formula that you must know is the area of a triangle. Suppose 3 points are given in coordinate system, x1 y1, x2 y2 and x3 y3. So what is the area of this triangle? How1 x2 y2 x3 y3. So what will be the area of triangle? So it is given by 1 by 2, please listen carefully, x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. So this is the area of triangle. Please write it down. One more thing I wanted to tell you how to memorize. So you try to make a circular pattern of all 3 points. Say x1 y1, x2 y2 and x3 y3. Make a circular pattern. Start with one point x1. Pick up y2 from second and third point. So this is your first point, second point and third point. So what you do for area 1 by 2, you start with first point x1, pick up y1 y2 from here, so y2 minus y3 plus take x2 from second point, so y3 means y you will pick up from other two, which is y3 minus y1, and you have to go in clockwise direction only, in one direction. Now you will pick up 3, so go in clockwise. First will come y1 and then will come y2. So like this you can memorize. Understood? So I am picking up x1 from here. After that in clockwise, what is coming first is y2 then y3. So I am taking it, and then x2 I have taken. So in clockwise, what is coming here? y3 and y1, like this. So this is the way we can memorize the area of triangle. Okay. If 3 points are given, that's how we can find out the area of triangle. This formula will also be used to prove the collinearity problems. Okay. Now I want to discuss one more formula, formula 5. Please write down all the formulas in your formula notebook. Okay. I will check when you join the class. So question number 5 is, formula number 5 will be, suppose this is your coordinate system and there is a line AB. Okay. So how much this line is inclined with the positive x-axis. This is called positive x-axis. This is called theta, or we call it inclination. Remember, we don't call it slope. We call it angle of either angle with x-axis, or we call it inclination with the x-axis. This angle is always measured in anti-clockwise direction, in this direction only. Always measured in, remember, always measured in anti-clockwise direction and with positive x-axis. We never take it with negative x-axis. This side is positive, this side is negative x. This side is plus y and this side is minus y. So this is called inclination angle. In maths, the slope of the line is defined as tan of this angle. Okay, and the symbol of slope is m. So this is very key point for this chapter, the slope of line. Okay. Next formula is, for some given line, suppose instead of giving angle, they have given 2 points. Say x1, y1 and x2, y2. Instead of giving inclination angle, they have given 2 points. And we are still interested to know what is the slope. So slope is given as y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. I am picking up these values from here. Or you can also write y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2. Both are correct. Just remember, y should be on top and x on denominator. Either you can take y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, or y1 minus y2 x1 minus x2. Doesn't matter. I will always use this, and your book will also use it. So make it a habit to use this only. Okay. Now next thing I wanted to tell you, that these both are the same thing. Suppose this is your line, angle is also provided, and any 2 points here or here, any 2 points are also known. Okay, so both are those slopes which are m is equal to tan theta, that slope, and this slope which is y2 minus y1, both are same thing only. Understood? So we will utilize this also for some of the problems. Okay, next formula that I wanted to tell you is if two lines are parallel lines. Suppose this is your coordinate system and there are two lines. This is one line AB and this is your CD line. So what do you think, their slope will be same or different? Because these two are parallel, we know these two are parallel. So these two angles with the x-axis, inclination, okay, this is not called slope, we call it inclination angle. So both are equal only, correct? And suppose the slope of this line is m1 and slope of this line is m2. So can I say m1 is tan theta because the inclination is theta? Can I say m2 is also tan theta? So don't you think if both are parallel, so for sure m1 is equal to m2. Keep that in mind. Ninth formula I wanted to tell you, if there is some line which is given, any random line say AB, and its slope is also provided L1, okay, then any line which is perpendicular to this line at an angle of 90 degree, which is perpendicular to this, so the slope of that line, okay, how to find out? The relationship is m1 into m2 is minus 1. This is for perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines, okay. So if lines are parallel, then this is true. If lines are perpendicular, then m1 into m2 is minus 1, okay. I hope we are ready to solve some of the basic question apart from one more formula, guys. Apart from one more formula. So that formula says, if two lines are given, this is your coordinate system xy, if two lines are given, say one is this line, you can take AB and its slope is also known m1, and there is second line, some line CD, and its slope is also known m2. But I am not interested in slope, I am interested after all what is the angle between these two lines. So can I solve it in terms of m1, m2? Yes. This angle tan alpha is given by mod of m1 minus m2 1 plus m1 into m2. Okay, when we will be solving numericals, I will explain how to remove mod and what is the meaning of mod. See, mod value is used to incorporate both angles between two lines. See, if two lines are crossing, I am saying that this is the angle between them, alpha, but you might say beta is also the angle between these two lines. Okay, so for some students alpha is the between line angle and beta, for some other students beta is the angle. So both angles are incorporated here because the other angle, see, the relationship between them is beta is nothing but pi minus alpha, correct? So once you solve one angle, the other can be calculated. Okay, so I will show you how to solve this when we will be doing question. Okay, now let's please open in your book. This is the example one that I am going to solve from your NCERT. It is on page number 207. So they are asking, let's see, they are asking find slope if the points are given 3 comma minus 2 and second point is given minus 1 and 4. Okay, so remember, if points are given, what was the formula for slope? Slope symbol is m and formula is y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. Guys, whenever you solve questions, please make it a habit to write the formula inside a box. Inside a box, it helps you to understand that this is the formula and it is not getting mixed up with your actual solution. Okay, suppose this is x1 y1 and this is x2 y2. So how to get slope? So I have to just fit the value, that's it. So m is equal to y2 minus y1, which is 4 minus of minus 2, x2 minus x1, which is minus of 1 and minus of 3. So this will become plus. So 6 by minus 4, which is 2 3s are, so I am hoping you are getting it, minus 3 by 2. It was not that hard. Okay. Second part of it is saying There are 2 points given, 3 comma minus 2 and 7 comma minus 2, and they're asking find slope. Slope is unknown. So do you know what is the formula for slope? y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Guys, no matter how many times you have to write the formula, more you write, more it will sink in your brain. Okay, so this is the formula. So I have to just fit the values, y2 minus y1. So my m will be y2 minus y1 minus 2 minus of minus 2, x2 minus x1, 7 of minus 3. This will become plus, and clearly this is cancelling to 0 by 4. Anything 0 by is 0 only. So slope is 0. What is the meaning of slope is 0? Means slope is 0. If you look at the meaning, m is 0 is nothing but tan theta is 0. Correct? That means theta is 0. Theta is 0 means inclination. That means inclination of line was 0 with the x-axis. If you want to plot the line, this is x-axis and y-axis. So your line is inclined at 0 angle with the x-axis, means either here or here. This is the possibility your line is there. For this line, theta is 0. Correct? So if the slope is 0, that means inclination is 0. That means that line is parallel to x-axis. Okay. Now, third part is saying there is a point 3 comma minus 2 and 3 comma 4, and they're asking what is the slope. So can I take x1 y1 and x2 y2? Can I take? So what is the slope formula? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Correct? Now I have to just fit the values. y2 minus y1 is 4 minus of minus 2. x2 minus x1 is 3 minus 3. This is cancelling. 4 plus 2 is 6 by 3. 3 cancel is 0. Anything 0 is always infinity. Okay, understood? So this is my slope. This is my answer. But I can have one conclusion from here. What is that conclusion? Can you tell me? This is my slope. Yani ki my tan theta is infinity. What does it mean? It says that theta is 90 degree. That means my line is at an inclination of 90 degree. So if this is x-axis, so the possibility my line is somewhere here at an angle of 90 degree, or maybe somewhere here at an angle of 90 degree, because its inclination is 90 degree. If slope is infinity, angle with the x-axis is 90 degree. The line is parallel to y-axis. This is just a conclusion in case they ask. So this was the third part of it. There is one more part of it which says, so this is fourth part of the question, and it is saying it's making inclination of 60 degree, inclination of 60 degree with positive x-axis. So what is the slope? If I want to plot it, this is x-axis, y-axis, and it is making 60 degree. So your line is something like this. Correct? So inclination is 60 degree. So what is slope? Is tan theta. So it will be tan 60, and which is root 3. So guys, slope ke liye we have two formulas. One is this, and another is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Use this if inclination is given. Use this if points information is given. Okay. So my first question is over. Here is the next question, guys. Question example number 2. You can find out in your book. Okay, this is example number 2. So they are saying if the angle between two lines is pi by 4 and the slope of one line is 1 by 2, find the slope of other line. Okay, so what we will do is, suppose there are two lines, this line and this line. The slope of this line is m1 and slope of other line is m2, and angle between them is given pi by 4. Remember, I gave you one formula that tan alpha is m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 into m2. Guys, in books it is written m2 minus m1. That is also correct because we are taking mod. Please make it a habit to use m2 minus m1 only. So tan alpha is m2 minus m1 by 1 plus m1 minus into m2. So here m1 is given. See, slope of one line is given, the other line is unknown. So m2 is unknown. What I am saying is m2 is unknown. Understood? See, alpha is given, m1 is given, only m2 is unknown. So how we will do? I will fit the values and try to solve it. See here, I can write tan 45, which is pi by 4. See, pi by 4 is 45 degree. Correct. So tan pi by 4, I am writing tan 45 is m2 minus m1, which is half, by 1 plus m1 into m2. Correct. So what is tan 45? Everybody knows it is nothing but 1. So I got this equation, and this I have to solve to calculate m2. Here comes your knowledge of mod function. Okay, so see here carefully, guys. Whenever you are given mod of x is a, then x can be plus a or minus a. This you should know. If mod of x is a, then x may be plus a or minus a. There are two possible values because x became plus a because x might be negative or positive before modulus. Before you opened it, it may be plus or minus, but once you open it, it's always positive. So without getting confused, just remember, if mod of x is a, so x will be plus minus a. So this is equal to 1, so that means this will be plus or minus 1. m2 minus half will be 1 plus m2 by 2 is plus minus 1. Okay, I am using this information. Now I will apply first plus and then minus, and I will get my answer. So I am taking case 1, minus half 1 plus m2 by 2 is plus 1. I am taking only case 1. Okay, so it will be 2m2 minus 1 by 2. Here 2 plus m2 by 2 is 1. I hope you understood. This into this minus 1 by 2, and here this into this, which is 1 into 2 is 2 plus m2 by 2. Correct. Now how to solve such type of problem? If you have a by b divided by c by d, what it becomes? It becomes a by b into d by c. This flips. Correct. This division becomes into, and this flips. I hope you understood. So I'm using that here. What I'm doing is 2m2 minus 1 by 2 as it is, I am copying numerator into this will flip. Flip means ulta. 2 will go up and 2 plus 2 will come here 1. Now this is cancelling. Okay, so I am getting this by this is equal to 1. Okay, so I am writing here I am getting 2m2 minus 1 by 2 plus m2 is equal to 1. So this will go there. Okay, so I will get 2m2 minus 1 is 2 plus m2. This will come here and this will go there. So this will be 2m2 minus m2 is 2 plus 1. So can I write m2 is equal to 3? This is my first possible answer because I have taken only plus sign here. So this is possibility. Okay, let me take minus sign, because after opening mod I am getting minus sign also. Correct. So what was it? It was this thing, m2 minus half by 1 plus m2 by 2 was minus 1. Correct. So this will be 2m2 minus 1 by 2 divided by 2 plus m2 by 2 is minus 1, because 2 plus this will come here and 2m minus 1 will come here. Okay, now I will flip it. See, 2m2 minus 1 by 2 into numerator is copied and this will flip. So 2 will go up, 2 plus m2 is minus 1, 2 cancel, 2m2 minus 1, m2 is minus 1. So this is here. So 2m2 minus 1 is, this is minus guys. So when I multiply it is minus 2 minus m2. This will come here and this will go there. So 2m2. Okay, I can write 2m2 and this is minus 2 plus 1. See, this is coming here. So this will become 2m2 is equal to minus 1. I'm sorry, this m2 is coming here, this side here. So it will become plus m2, which will become 3m2 is equal to minus 1, which means m2 is minus 1 by 3. So I got second value. Before I was getting m2 is equal to 3. So there are two possible slopes of the second line. Okay, so this is my answer. Now let's do next example, guys. This is example number 3. So this also comes in exam many times. I have seen this question. This is the line through the point minus 2, 6 and 4, 8 is perpendicular to line passing through this. Find the value of x. So remember, perpendicular is very useful word for us because we know a condition for perpendicular. What is that condition? That the product of the slope should be minus 1, which is given here. Okay, so let me solve it for you guys. So here is the example 3 on page number 210. So I told you perpendicular is the keyword here because we know one condition. If two lines are perpendicular, if slope is m1 and m2, condition is m1 into m2 should be minus 1. This is very important condition for perpendicular, right? Product of the slope is minus 1. How to get slope? Here points are given, so we know very well. So suppose this is my first line which is passing through this and 4, 8. Correct. So what should we do? Can I consider it x1, y1? And this is x2, y2. Please don't watch it like a movie. You have to solve it with me. Please sit with a pen and pencil and write down formula. y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Okay. So nobody can learn swimming just by watching a person swimming, right? You need to get down in the swimming pool. Just like that in maths, you have to solve questions with pen and paper. Don't watch it. So write the formula. m1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 for this line. So my first slope will be y2 minus y1, which is 8 minus 6, x2 minus x1, which is 4 plus 2. Correct. Why plus 2? Because when I will do minus 2, minus will become plus. So this is, I am getting 2 by 6, 2 3s are 1 by 3. So my first slope is done, is 1 by 3. Correct. Now m2, let's see m2. m2 they have given is passing through these 2 points, 8, 12 and x comma 24. Can I consider it x1, y1? And this is x2, y2. So what will be my m2, guys? m2 will be y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. What is y2? y2 is this 24. What is y1? For this line, I'm talking this line, is 12 by x2 minus x1. So x2 is x minus x1 is 8. I hope you got it. 24 minus 12, x minus 8. So this is my m2. This is m1, m2. I have to apply this condition because perpendicular, I know this formula only. Let me see if it will work. So this into this should be minus 1. Correct. So I am applying 1 by 3 into this thing. 12 x minus 8 should be minus 1. this will cancel clearly, to and this will go there. So 4 is equal to, I will get minus of x minus 8, which is 4 is equal to minus, and this minus will become plus because of this minus, correct? So I am bringing 8x here and 4 there. So it will become, x will become plus here, this side plus x, and this is 8 minus 4. So x I am getting 4. This is my answer. So this point for this line should be 4 comma 24 for these two lines to be perpendicular at an angle of 90 degree. Okay, this was example 3, guys. Let's see example 4. Here is my example 4. They have given 3 points P, Q, R lie on a line. On a line means straight line. You have to show this is equal to this. Very important question. Let's solve it. Okay, guys. So this is the question that 3 points lie on a line, on a same line. So that means the points are something like this. Suppose this is P, this is Q, and this is R. P is H comma K. Okay, H comma K. Q is x1 y1, R is x2 y2. If this is the same line, then slope from here to here will be same as slope from here to here because it's the same line. Yani ki m of PQ should be equal to m of QR. Correct? And we know the formula for a slope if 2 points are given. So for MPQ, what will be m of PQ? Will be y2 minus y1 x2 minus x1. I am assuming this is x1 y1 as x2 y2 in my formula, right? So formula was actually y2 minus y1 x2 minus x1. This is formula. I am not taking points, these points. Okay, this is formula. So in this case, this is y2, this is y1. So it will be y1 minus k. This is x2, x1. So x1 minus h. This is MPQ. So what will be MQR? MQR will be, these two I will use. So y2 minus y1, clearly y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. Correct. So these are my two slopes. I can fit both here. Let me put it. So y1 minus k by x1 minus h is equal to this. y2 minus y1 x2 minus x1. Now investigate this. See, x2 minus x1 is there, yes. y2 minus y1 is there, yes. Here is k minus y1, but I am getting y1 minus k. Here is h minus x1, I am getting x1 minus h. So guys, it doesn't matter if I change the sign both sides. See, 2 by 5 is same as minus 2 by minus 5. It doesn't matter, right? So if I put minus both sides, it does not matter. And since I am putting minus, if I open the bracket, it will become k minus y1 and it will become h minus x1. How? Because of this minus, this will become minus y1, and because of this minus, this will become plus k, which I am writing here, plus k, right? Similarly, minus of x1, which is here, and minus will become plus of h, which is here, is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Now can I multiply this and this, cross multiplication? So I will get k minus y1 into x2 minus x1 is h minus x1 y2 minus y1. Hence proved. This is the same thing. Hence proved. Okay, it was not hard at all. See you in next video and I will solve 11.1 for you guys.